The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
Down, 185. Number 53, Mike 53. Hey, man.
Throwing on first down is Carr. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that. First drive, pick six.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. Now the first-round pick from Alabama, Josh Jacobs. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
At the 26-yard line.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Here we go.
On second down, Jacobs. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Now, 180. 180, we're good. 180.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. It's a screen to Richard. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
Here's Hill on the return. It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 23. LaShawn McCoy, the 31-year-old running back, his first carry. Carl Joseph up from his safety spot to make the play.
And there's the first tackle of the game for Carl Joseph. He's one of those safeties that you can utilize in any way you want. But I will have to say, I think the number one thing he does best is tackle.
On second down, Raymond. Tyre Whitehead, top 10 in tackles last year, up to make the play.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Mahomes looks to throw on third down. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time.
First down, Chiefs.
Mahomes now on first down. And going deep for Hill. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on his first drive. Instead, second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll try and run for it with McCoy. LaShawn McCoy off to the races. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. LaShawn McCoy, his second touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Shotgun now for Carr. He's going to float this one deep right side. This is intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these...
And that's caught inside the 30. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 84 yards. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
On second down now. It's Jacobs, and he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Oh, boy, I know you felt that one. I know you felt that one. Down, 180. Check 53. Ricky.
From the gun now on third down, Carr. It's caught, Nelson. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Throwing on second down, Carr. There's a short little toss to Carrier. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Here's a short little toss to Carrier. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards that time at an Oakland first down. 21-0 our score after 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to the running game with Jacobs. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 2nd and 9, Carr. There's a short little toss to Carrier. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Carr. Caught by Nelson. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. Carr going to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
We're good.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Carr, catch made. It's Moreau. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 23. For these Raiders and quarterback Derek Carr, the Chiefs, they have been their kryptonite in the AFC West. With Derek Carr as a starter, just 2-8 against KC, 2-6 before Mahomes became the starter. And the road not likely to get any easier anytime soon. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Operating from the gun, Carr. They'll find his tight end, that's Waller. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
The Raiders into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. They'll try and run for it with Crowell. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
6-6, bullet high.
They'll try and punch it in with Crowell. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line.
Well, I don't even have to stretch for this one. This is 4-down territory. They've got to get it in with the deficit that they're facing.
Absolutely. It's not the fourth quarter, but still, I think you can't be thinking 3 here.
No, if you do that, you might as well go ahead and fold up on this one. But I don't think they're built like that.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by the rookie from UVA, Juan Thornhill. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. The end result, 21 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. Mahomes now on 1st down. Uncorks one for Davis. Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off by Carl Joseph. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And this, you'd hate to say that a drive in the first half must end in points, but you're down 21-0. They're going to have to get something going fairly quickly.
I would agree totally with that, because if you're going to mount the comeback, it's going to have to come in bits and pieces. It doesn't just all come at one time, right? We haven't seen anything more than a 6-point touchdown ever in this game, right? So that's how it has to be done. Get points on the board now. Start your comeback. But you're exactly right. Let's get it going right here in this spot.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now Carr. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Carr now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10.
High 7.
Now Carr again. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Darren Lee picks it, and the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful, because that deficit can get a little... He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Gary and Conlon. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. That's sort of a 2nd quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it ahead. He ends up throwing a 2nd one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the 2nd.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. They're hauling it in, Nelson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Carr. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider 1st. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the gun, Carr. He completes it to Nelson. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. This is taken at the 3. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2.
At the 31-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up 3rd down.
I think someone's going to get in the QB1's ear when he gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. But let's just be honest about it. That'd be the second person in his ear because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted. Like you said, the pick on the opening drive, second drive, not much better. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
Teams always want to send messages. I think that was quite a statement there to start the third quarter.
Yeah, less than a minute in. Already that quick, long strike. They are setting the tone for the second half. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Raiders take over first and 10. Let's go! At their own 25-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
On first down, Jacobs. Derek Nottie makes the tackle.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop. Sponge, sponge, sponge. No, no, no. Easy, easy. Kill, kill. 53 is the mic. Switch up, switch up. Switch up.
Here's Carr to throw.
53.
Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 31-yard line.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
53 is the mic.
Carr now on first down. And this will be caught. Tyrell Williams. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
Check 53 is the mic. I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
At the 17-yard line.
Mike,
They'll run on first down. It's Jacobs. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. To throw is Carr. This is Crowell on the catch. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Call it a gain of 3. And just like that, it's 3rd down. Throwing now is Carr. And it's caught. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Watch the cross.
They'll run it with Jacobs. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders get a score closer. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And this is up and good. It cuts the lead to 28-10 now.
Makes the score Chiefs 28, Raiders 10.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is fielded at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Kelsey, such a valuable part of this offense. Made the Pro Bowl the last 4 seasons. 2018 being the most productive when he went over 1,300 yards, 10 touchdowns, and a great relationship between he and Pat Mahomes off the field. Very good friends, attended a bunch of high-profile sporting events together in the offseason, and that chemistry, it certainly shows on the field. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Nevin Lawson with a pick. He was looking for his tight end, Kelsey. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They coming off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball. That cut down the lead. Now the defense does their part, got them the football back.
So now maybe with the touchdown they scored previously, plus their defense making that stand up and getting them the ball right back, momentum may be shifting in their favor.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. From the 41, Carr. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards there, first down. On first down, it's Jacobs. The football comes out. Jacobs lost it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Back now in the East Bay. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the fourth. Carr completes it, and he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. To throw, it's Carr. There's a short little toss to Carrier. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Looking to throw again on second down. Carr. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Down. Blue 80. Check 53's Mike. Down to lose 1. Check 4.
Carr to throw again. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And that'll get the deficit down to 15. Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. And as you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Watch the run, watch the run.
Mahomes now to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Benson Mayowa. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Well, it was 2nd and long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Uncorks one for Davis. It got his man complete. The 30. 10. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. 89 yards. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at about the 31. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
This will be taken in at the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they gave up the pick 6. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to pull loose enough to give your team a chance.
And he loses the football a second time. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. In this case, they were able to retain possession.
And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 44. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it. But it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down. Mahomes now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes this forward for about 6. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Raiders' 34.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
They'll try the left side. Raymond. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Now here's Mahomes. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. How about 25 yards on third down? They'll take it. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run it with McCoy. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Mahomes, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
Extra point right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 25. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Yellow, there's a lot, 80. No gain on this defense, no gain.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. The Chiefs on 3rd down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.